Greetings, everybody. I'm James from Drums Manifest Truth. A lot of you are our friends and already know us and have followed us for maybe a decade or more. Some of you are just coming to what we're doing in this world right now, and that's amazing. We're meeting so many amazing new people, and that's what's spurring this video. There's an update in the Drums Manifest Truth world. We're getting a lot of messages. A lot of people think they know what might be going on in our lives, and we want to clear some of the misconceptions up and, let everybody know what is truly going on right now in this amazing world, right? So if you're not already subscribed, hit the button, hit the notification bell, because you're going to want to keep up. The rest of the videos for the next year or two coming out in the Drums Manifest Truth sphere are going to be fantastic. They're going to be amazing and full of, well, people like you and me doing something, but more on that. So thank you, everybody who's been supporting us lately. If you've been following our journey, we've been hosting the drum circles down in the Quartzsite, Arizona area. And, actually, most of the places we travel, we try to play music and create a safe place for people to come together and be free and authentic in this world. It's one of our passions to do. And over the years of being able to create these centers, these pockets of energy, we've realized that we need also a hub to secure ourselves and a place to be able to develop Resonance Ranch. Drums Manifest Truth is connected with the Safe Soul Council, something that we put together, connection of souls, making quality choices to steward this earth for the future. And, that's pretty much what I'm here to talk to you about today. So sit back, and enjoy. Ultimately, today is such a beautiful day, and living in the moment now is something that I want to encourage you to do. And I know it's not always easy, but take a listen to what might happen for us. So I stand right now on a piece of property in Arizona. You can see the monsoon is coming, so it rains. We could collect rain out here and live in a sustainable way where we could grow our own food and, be a part of a community and potentially help others to learn and be sustainable as well. And really just set down some roots in this area. It's a spiritual land, but I don't own it. We do not own this piece of property that I'm on right now. Fantastically, as such, most of the way that things work in our life, uh, a beautiful soul, an earthly angel, just like one of you watching right now, has stepped up. He bought a few parcels of land, and he has put himself on one, and he's offered our family the chance to own this beautiful piece of land here. 5 acres where I could potentially grow food and have a greenhouse, and we can put a studio back there where our friends could come and receive some of the energy work that we do in a controlled environment. There's 5 acres here, enough that we could potentially, over the years of building out here, utilize some true authentic souls and really make a difference in a lot of people's, including our own lives. It would be a beneficial thing. So we have a friend that's offering us right now a chance to help either him flourish in this community or us a chance to flourish in this community, which is, it's amazing. It's beyond, it's exactly what we ask the universe for, and some of you understand what that truly means. So there's so much up in the air. I can't just have so many people just coming out right now, because I actually don't own this land right now. But I can make decisions, and I can involve, and I can decide. I can raise money right now. We can start and put Resonance Ranch out here, and there would be a yurt and a healing center right there, and man, it'd be It'd be amazing. We could hold drum circles in the town and be a part of the community with growing food and delivering food and processing, and there's so many things. I've already come in contact with many of you that live in the area that I'm considering actually doing. I'm here. I'm able to be here and stay stable while we continue to do our energy work. And Rachel and I, work on our lives, creating art and creating music. We've got some more albums and meditations coming out, and we are still providing a lot of our personal meditations and private sessions to people. So this would give us a chance to base from and really flourish. It's an amazing opportunity. I believe within a short amount of time, you'll see crazy implementations of radical ideas that are changing the world in new earth. Here, right here. And things I don't even know because I don't know everything. That's what I do know. So I want to involve you, in this process. I do have plans to bring out all my hippie friends at a certain point and help me develop this land. But I've already noticed there's some people out here that have, and I've already been contacted by some of them, who have invested their lives. There's all different kinds of experiences in this world. There's people who have invested thousands and thousands of dollars into creating infrastructure, and Airbnbs and different things out here, which potentially me running drum circles and, meditative practices that would disturb. And, Rachel and I are 100% about living in harmony with the things that are around. I mean, I literally carved a road with all of these Whipple choyas and the paddle cactuses. I don't know, I'll try to zoom in. And I saved them as I started to mark this road out. And as we drove, I was able to protect most of the land. There's so much native plant life here. This winter fat, plants were or animals were able to eat this and stay alive. The salt bush that's out here, the let's see, the juniper trees, and let's see, most of this. I think this is snake bush. Um, a lot of grasses that we could get growing in this area to bring back and cultivate. There's multiple prairie dog that are out here, and we've already contacted some authority who understands. I forget, Rachel understands too, and I'll put it in the description of this video. But how we can live in harmony with these kind of animals and these types of plants and things that we can already grow and things that are growing out here. It's amazing the people that have already started to bank up these kind of ideas in their own lives and have nurseries or businesses that provide native seeds and things. It's going to be amazing if we choose to do it. We could choose to do nothing because the county rules that we can't follow. It's going to take so much to do the composting that we need to do, and I mean to put a fence around 5 acres from the road across and all the way across to back behind the bus and down along the side with something that's going to look good when people arrive, that is not just, I mean, I'm not allowed to just build with pallet, fencing, and especially my neighbor has got some nice, 4-strand tension tightened, wire. It's going to take a lot of money to do, which most of you who have been following our journey realize that we don't use much to live in our own lives. So anything that we do to build, especially something for others, It takes the donation built off of the goodwill, maybe like the markets. We came to this town and did a market there. I'll say it's near Flagstaff, Arizona, up in the mountains. There is where I did the market, and actually, it's in Valley, Arizona, close to the Grand Canyon. If you're watching this far, you're invested. And I thank you. And again, if you haven't hit that subscribe button, you're going to want to do it because all of us doing the infrastructure on the land, I mean, this is raw from the beginning, from the very moment where I've been out here myself, uh, protecting the land, where I'm going to put the reflectors at the driveway and where we're going to start, start doing so much. There's so many questions I could answer now that have already been asked. And again, if you're watching, you're interested in this. So we don't have a well. There is no access to a well here. Down the road, I would be able to get water, and most of the residents in the area, that's what they do. They haul water. So another cost. Oh, look at these, by the way. Another cost for us would be, a trailer and, water tank to haul the water to another tank that's sitting here. This is all things that are not out of the realm of possibility, but definitely not what we had envisioned, which is amazing. The chance to start from the ground is what we ask the universe for. To be one in nature. We've been barefoot on the land, walking with the cactus from day one. Our neighbors have chickens and goats and horses and pigs, and that's rain catchment. I'm out here right now, and we've over the past week of watching, I want to say I've gotten an inch and a half of rain sporadically. It's amazing monsoon times. That's when you want to do it. It's the abundance of the desert that you want to collect when it's the time, right? That's how you do it. And you save and you harvest, and I mean, we can grow and really be something. So I guess I made a post, on Facebook, and a lot of you aren't on Facebook. But basically stating, I've already made up my mind that this is something that Rachel and I are going to do. We're in the prime of our lives. We're able to put in the real work. And, had we done this maybe 10, 15 years ago when we got together, we may have made different choices than we would now. But so far as it sits, the monsoon season, we can handle that. It's awesome. I can get some rocks and cinder and put it down so that we don't get stuck, and actually build some, get some building permits and start. Once we start this process, though, I have a tendency not to finish until the end, and I'm very excited for that because we actually have some support in the area with a lot of, and maybe some of you watching, that are located right over the hills. I'll give you a little view all the way from the back part of the 5 acres. It's so amazing to be back here, and just to be honest, the the friend of ours that is allowing us to be on this land right now, he wants to do this for other people. So eventually, I would buy this land from him, and I would pay him more, a few thousand more, just so that at the end of that, I could sit back and watch him do it for one of you, another family, another deserving. We're just regular people, so another deserving set or group of people or family to be able to steward their own land and take control of their lives again. So very powerful. I know this is probably about the 14 minute mark on this video, so I don't want to make it too long because I want to get it up there. But let's answer some more questions that I've got. Will I be allowing my friends to come out? Yes, at a certain point, we will be able to allow people. I had to get a permit so that I could be here because next door there is an Airbnb, and they had to follow the rules. So the county's already looking, and as long as I start from the beginning, doing things correctly, I'll be able to have my friends out here helping. And it's my friends I'm not worried about. The ones that respect the land as well, the ones that respect the neighbors and the roads and the businesses in the area, because these are our people. I've already talked to so many of them. I attended the garden club out here, which I laugh because it's not ever something that I did. 15 years ago, Rachel and I, when we were on Sticks and Bricks in the house and all that, and renting, and we would do things like that and have play dates with the kids stuff, and it's very interesting now to see how things are going. So let's see some of the other questions. Oh, what would we do on the land? Would we be doing water catchment? And obviously, I've already talked to that. So yeah, we would. We would be fencing this property. We would be putting probably about where I'm standing right now would be the end, and from here to about the bus would be mostly like greenhouses and studio, and to the back end of the property. The front end would be, and the sides would be for animals and the pens and such. As I've watched the water drain kind of this way. Somebody asked if there is drainage on the property, and yeah, there is. I've noticed that some of the neighbors definitely have septic right next to us, so that's a possibility, especially once I start doing development and building, or even the person that owns the property starts doing that. Those are the things that are going to be put in: fencing, septic. You know, you'll see buildings out here that would help create the stability for us to be out here all year, and then it's the real artwork can begin. I mean, Rachel and I today were deciding how we want it to look in certain areas, in certain ways. We'll obviously be building a labyrinth that we can walk and meditate, an area, a dug pit, for us to do drum circles. Because if we get a special use permit, we'll be able to hold, 3 events on this property, and I can rent porta potties, and I can do it right, and that's a huge responsibility to be trusted to honor the sanctity of someone else's land at this moment. That's huge, to be trusted to be a valued member of this society, not the way that it was told to me to be, but the way that I know for it to be, the way it can and is. That I'm giving myself the opportunity to do it. Oh, I dug some holes. I'm giving myself the opportunity to do it, but this is not done by me. This is done by the generosity and the love and honor, of others. And that's why I believe it'll work, because it's not just me, it's not just Rachel, it's not just you that believes, it's all of us that are doing this. I don't want to be a draw in this community, and those of you who know us are going to watch us do everything we've talked about in all the circles. But I need to know, I mean, do you think it's wise to put myself in the middle of a community that in potentially 20 years is going to have roads? I mean, I saw emergency vehicles coming down here, and there's people that are getting mailboxes, and the town will be growing over time if people like me and you and all of our friends start doing stuff and we build it up. We have, already folks that live out here that are owning the little shops and stuff, and it's for the tourists. But I'll tell you what, man, I see this town as like any other little town, that we care about each other and we're there for each other and we help, and that's the American dream. That's it. Something that potentially we could do with your help, especially, and I don't mean money. I just mean with me spitballing it about things I don't even understand. I've got decades of experience. I've helped people in the nomadic communities with what I'm doing, but you might have decades of experience doing what I'm doing and can save me time and money I just don't have. And it's invaluable. So I hope that there's something that I can do for you to make you feel like any help you would give would be beneficial. You know, it's mutual here. But my goal is to set this up for the future, for the children of all of us to be able to attend these types of events that you've been to, that we've held. The sound meditations, and we've had people out to our camps that were hosting and teaching about wellness practices that I couldn't even really dive into fully, but they are certified. And like Gary with his qigong class, he's not necessarily certified, I don't think, don't quote me on that, but the benefits of that were tremendous. And to have those types of things available to people, music and art and health and wellness and well-being and sustainable living practices, and what makes the difference when we're drumming, and we're going and nobody's dancing, and you see that one person who feels the energy and they get up and they start moving, and then you start seeing others they feel comfortable. And if people can see us living in the way we've always talked about, sitting around all the campfires, then I believe it's the change that I'm talking about. I can't wait anymore, is what I feel. I mean, I'll have to wait for so many bureaucratic decisions and things to be made, that I just can't do. Because right now I'm ready to build, I'm ready to do, I'm ready to live, I'm ready to love, I'm ready to have, I'm ready to give. But I don't even own. And that's just like me, ready to give everything when I don't even have, enough. But I do. I have so much, and there's so much abundance in this world, and I've been told there's so much lack, and I just don't believe it. I don't believe it. So it may take me a while to convince my neighbors that the didgeridoo is a cool instrument, and it probably won't take that long to get the town, to come down to a drug and alcohol-free drum circle, and show up authentic and meet their true selves and neighbors. And I don't know, it'll take a while to build, but again, I've got a decade of experience living in a semi-sustainable way, utilizing practices I've learned again from most of you, and with life experience behind it, to make this not a dream, a literal reality right now in this time. And there's so many, 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 many things that I want to do. And there's so many, 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 many things that we've talked about. But I can see right over there an amazing labyrinth with the drum circle and the moon, which, by the way, it's a full moon today. It's the full moon that I will remember starting this vision and this journey. And there's many of you to thank, and too many of you to thank right now in words. But ultimately, the only way I can truly show you and show you how much I'm thankful is to do this, to actually put into action. I can not by taking from the area, but by giving. I can give to this area because I'll receive. And I know that it's true because the last decade of my life has been living in the flow of that. When I dive outside of it, thinking I can control the way things go, it starts to fall to pieces. And then I'm shown, hey, pay attention. And if I go with the flow of it, live with right action and correct exchange in this universe, magic happens. And you wake up a piece of property that is more than enough. I could grow more than enough food on 1 acre to suffice my needs. I could take more than enough of this land and steward it. It's a powerful thing to be in the now. Oh, look at that beautiful sunset that's happening. I thank you for sticking around this long, 25 minutes. Look, this is a salt bush, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I really do think Rachel told me. And then I looked it up. And then I believe it has medicinal properties. But I'm not going to get into that now because I believe this is already 25 minutes. But let's start regenerative practices out here. I know some of you are already doing it. You're going to tune into this and be like, all right, this cat's out here. This family, we've been to some of your stuff. This is Drums Manifest Truth. And it does. You bang a drum and it brings out the truth in people. They either love it or they hate it, but they're going to let you know. And they're going to treat you. And that's why I live in the bus and I dress the way that I do. Because anybody who's going to treat me because of that in a weird way, it's going to happen immediately. And I don't have to worry about it. And it's already happened when I came out here. You know, one of the first conversations I had with one of my neighbors was about how I needed to follow ordinances and, you know, had to keep light levels down and sound levels and, you know, follow the rules. The rules are important because everybody's doing it. Very interesting. And to a point, I totally agree. There's certain aspects of things. I don't want a bunch of, you know, I don't want a stadium out here with lights destroying the beautiful night sky that we come to watch with the, you know, a drum circle fire. You know, the ones we put on. Oh man, big lights on everything would be crazy. But look way off in the distance. You got all those wind turbines, and like right across the hill, woo, they line up red at night. Interesting. Yeah. So there's already light pollution. I don't want to add to that. Sound, you know, I believe the sounds that we make are beautiful. Beautiful, but not everybody agrees. Let's see, were there any more questions before I sign off? So I guess this is going to be a 30-minute video. The last questions, and put any that you have, because I'm going to go through this, you know, over time. This will be a video that goes up on our YouTube and our Patreon and stuff like that. Put on any questions down in the comments, because I need to know, you know, things. You know, I need to know what you think about me planting trees out here, because you know what I see way out are different level of heights of trees, and that means that there's pine trees way over there, and if they're growing over there, they're going to grow over here. The same thing with some of the others. If they're going to grow out there, they're going to grow over here. I know I can get grasses, and I know I can get different plants. Yeah, I'm very excited for that. Very, very excited. I hope that you're still with me in the end when you get to come on to this property or another one that we choose to do this with, and experience what Drums Manifest Truth really means when we're able to flourish. Ooh, that sounds like there might be a dog farm off there, or not farm, but like a kennel. I mean, this is Coconino County, so you're allowed to do all kinds of stuff, and you're not allowed to do all kinds of stuff. It's about following the rules, you know? What rules do we want to follow, you know? I could see having so many things here that would aid into the community. That's my main goal. That's my main goal. That's all I want to do. I want to live, I want to love, and I want to do it with you. And I want to create. And I feel fired up. So I guess that's my new mission, is to get everything in order to make this Residence Ranch with my family, which is you, a hub, a network mixed with other hubs as we've connected with already, that you've built, that you've got, and ones that are in the future. You know, if everything falls into place, which I believe it is, we will be watching another family making a video just like this, tagging this video, saying, guess what? This is network number 2. It really worked. People can be trusted. Things can happen when you really give with full intention. I truly have no words, because the person who's done this for us has changed my life, but beyond that, has changed other people's lives. Because even if this doesn't turn into anything, it's changed the way I feel about humanity, about myself, about my family, about the people that are inhabiting this planet. I have hope again. I've got love. Something I thought I lost was love for everything. It was kind of a scary moment, you know, and things started to crash. They were falling apart. Walk up the steps with me. Let's change the world. Let's do something. Grow some food. Let's make some music. Let's heal ourselves and heal the world. Thank you so much for spending time with us. You know, me and my wife here in our lives. The videos are going to come. You know, we've got major decisions, but so many things to talk about. So I'm super excited that you're with us now. Thank you for joining us on this mission. And again, I'll say it one more time. If you're not already subscribed to Drums Manifest Truth, you're going to want to do it. Hit that notification bell, because you're going to want to know when the next video pops up of something that we're doing, because it's going to involve some of you. We're going to be creating. I can't wait to put the studio out here. Let's record. Let's make music. Let's make videos. Let's make content that people can understand what's really going on, instead of just talking about it around a campfire. I really want to do it. Is this the place? I don't know. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. You've got a mission statement you can read. Drums Manifest Truth, you know, is our Patreon. Patreon.com/Drums Manifest Truth. You know, Drums Manifest Truth on Facebook. We've got links in our link tree below, so you can keep track of what we're doing. You don't even have to talk to us, but you're going to want to watch, because even I'm fascinated. Look, little off in the corner. My neighbors are ridiculously awesome. That's cool. The safety dome right there. Boop. I love you guys. Be well and do something nice for somebody, because that stuff is going to come back to you. It's proof's in the pudding.